welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today we are planting in our Dollar Tree stackables again. And we are planting strawberries this time. And I ordered these strawberries from Amazon, and they came from Handpicked Nursery. And they seem to be in really good shape. They got some nice roots on them. They're even beginning to have some green growth on the top. Most of them do. I think I only saw one that wasn't looking so good, but that, is not that bad. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to plant them in these stackables today, because I think that that's going to be very pretty and bring some interest to the garden to have some strawberries growing in these green stackables. So let's get started. So we've already got our soil in our stackable, and we're using the black gold potting mix, and we're going to use some Expomo plant tone to add to the mix to give the plants some food to get started on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a well in here, put some fertilizer in. I just want to kind of mix it in first. And as I told you all, my roots on these strawberries are kind of long, and I considered trimming the roots some, but what I decided to do is to just put one in each. I'll just take some of the soil out and I'll just place it back in. That's gonna get rid of some of my fertilizer, but I'll be adding it back in, and I can always add some more. And another thing, if you have some Epsom salt, you can add Epsom salt to your soil when you plant your strawberries. Epsom salt has magnesium, and it will add sweetness to your berries. Okay, so what I've done, I'll let you see this. I just put the strawberry roots, I laid them down in the soil, so this way they can spread out and they can grow. And I'm going to do the same with the other sides. So I'll go ahead and cover that one back up. And when you're planting your strawberries, you don't want to bring the soil above your crown. You want to make sure that your crown is above the soil. Otherwise, your plant will die. So you want to go up and make sure that just the roots are beneath the soil, not the crown of the plant. So you see, this looks like a crown. Keep this above the soil. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some soil out of the other side. I can still see my fertilizer down in there. And I'm going to add my plant, leaving the crown out. Get my roots down in there. And then I'm just going to add the soil back in. All right, so we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And it'll be so refreshing during the spring and summer months to be able to come outside and pick your own strawberries. And it's good to have more than one area that you have strawberries growing, so that you'll be able to get some, all throughout the spring and summer. You can get different varieties of strawberries that will be bearing at different times. So there you go. You got, I think I could bring this one up a little bit more because I want to make sure that those crowns are up. And so that's what it's going to look like. It don't look like much right now, but once it's stacked on top of each other and these strawberries begin to grow and produce fruit, then it'll be a whole different story. It'll be exciting to be able to invite people over and go outside and pick strawberries and eat them right out of your garden. And you want to make sure that you work your fertilizer in good, because you want to give your plants the best chance at being productive as you possibly can. I'll go ahead and make a well on this side. Pick out a nice one. That one looks very nice. Just lay it in there. Make sure to leave the crown up. Getting the roots all down in there and just put them in. So after you do it for a while, it will become more natural to you. Some of them are smaller. That's okay, because we plan to give them what they need to catch up with the other plants. Make sure you leave that crown up. And when you're watering or fertilizing or adding compost or even pine bark mulch, be sure that you do not forget and cover your crowns. You want to make sure that those crowns are always above the soil. So when you are growing strawberries, that's something that you will want to be checking for, that you don't do that, because they do not like their crowns covered. Let's get those roots down in there. I have seen people that have cut their roots, giving the roots just a little trim. But as I was researching, I didn't see anything about, doing that, so I didn't want to do that. But I'm sure if you want to do it, you can research and make sure, because I didn't check a lot of sources. I just checked a few sources, and I decided, I made my mind up I wasn't going to do it, because those roots were so long, and it would have been just more easy to plant if I hadn't, didn't have to put the roots, tuck the roots in like that. I could have just cut the root and popped it in, but I didn't want to take any chances on that. Now, once these strawberries get established, they will send out more roots, and they will start to multiply. They will make more strawberry plants. So you'll be able to share plants with other people if you continue to grow your strawberries successfully. You don't cover these cover the crowns or something like that. Go ahead and make sure you get it in. Get some of the air out. Get the roots on those. And y'all excuse the noise in the background. The property next to me are having some work done, so it's gonna be a little noisy. Hope that don't bother you all too much. But I have a lot of these strawberries to do. I think I ordered like 25, and I think they may have sent me a few extra. So I am not going to do all of them on camera, but I wanted you all to see what else you can do with your Dollar Tree stackables, because we're excited about our Dollar Tree stackables right now, because there are a lot of things that we can do with them. You know, we planted some herbs in some, and we also planted some lettuce in some. And so I think that those are gonna be beautiful, and especially with this color and having those strawberries cascaded over the side of this green, I think that's gonna be beautiful. And we did some tan ones and also some terracotta looking ones. So I think that these are gonna be a beautiful array of colors in the garden, and especially with the good food that they're going to be producing. Go ahead and do a few more, because it is time for us to get our get our garden planted, to start planting up things that can tolerate the a light frost, because right now the things that I've been planting have been the brassicas, but I also added some onions, and they can tolerate a light frost, and my potatoes can tolerate a light frost. So it's time to start getting in some things that can tolerate a light frost, because you don't want to wait and miss your window and then it'd be too late to plant some things. So these strawberries are going to go in the greenhouse. They're not going outside right now, because I'm not trusting them to the outside right now. And the instructions that came with them said that these are bare root plants. The first 2 weeks do not start outside in full sun. Put in a place with morning sun only. So you have to think about whatever the manufacturer or the grower specifies in their growing instructions and act accordingly. You just don't want to just do stuff that, you know, is not recommended by the grower, because they're familiar with the variety and they're giving you the opportunity to make the best decisions to have a productive crop. So you want to make sure that you read and follow those grower instructions. Okay, so we've got these done, and we're going to put a little water on them, because they've already been, I soaked them overnight. They came in the mail yesterday, so since they were pretty dry, I went ahead and soaked them overnight, and the soil was moist, so I only needed just a little water to water them in. And now I'm going to place them inside the greenhouse. And they'll be able to get some sun in the greenhouse, but it won't be direct sun. So I hope that you all learned something from this content. Hope that you will share this content with others who like this kind of content. I hope that you will subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.